Hey everyone, it's Red Phoenix, and we are about to get the second sneak peek of Enchant Me coming out October 3rd. This is the chapter Teasing the Parents, narrated by Pippa Jane. Enjoy!
Mind if I break in? She asked the two.
Not at all, Radostmoya. May I offer you my lap?
The Russian asked, gesturing to his muscular thighs when he noticed there was no place for her to sit. Thank you, but I'm sure today will be full of travel, so it's better I stand while I have the chance.
Very well, he stated, getting up. I shall stand beside you.
Me too, girlfriend, Leah squealed, standing up to Bree to give her a hug. Did you work things out with your dad? He seemed a little upset. We calmed him down, Bree said, raising an eyebrow at Reitzar. No thanks to you. He put his hand over his heart.
What did I do that was so wrong? I only wanted to know if my wish to become a Dia was now a reality.
But in front of my dad? Bree cried.
Isn't your father aware of what happens on the wedding night?
Reitzar teased. Of course he is. He just doesn't want to think about it. I'm sure you would be the same with your own daughter.
My daughter would be a nun, so I wouldn't have to worry about it.
A nun, Bree scoffed.
But I can see your point,
he conceded, putting his hand on Bree's belly.
When tiny Radostmoya is ready to marry, I will not want to dwell on it.
He looked up at her, with his hand still resting on her stomach.
Should I go apologize to your father?
Oh, goodness, no, she giggled. You'll only make things worse by bringing it up. When Reitzar removed his hand, he said in a low voice,
Married life agrees with you.
Bree blushed and opened her mouth to agree when she was interrupted by a hip bump from Leah. So, Bree, the next time we see each other, I'll either be collared or living in L.A. Bree glanced nervously at Reitzar, wishing Leah hadn't mentioned it in front of him.
Collared? By whom?
Reitzar asked, with genuine interest. Leah realized her mistake too late, and for the first time ever in Bree's experience, Leah was at a total loss for words. No crazy lame joke came from her lips to cover her oversight.
Are you hoping to return to Russia with me?
Reitzar asked jokingly. A wicked smile played on his lips as he trailed his finger over Leah's throat.
I have yet to introduce you to my cat-o'-nines, Miss Taylor. Shall we head down to the castle dungeon and see how it suits you?
Leah's eyes widened, a flush coloring her ample chest.
I see the idea excites you.
Reitzar purred like a predatory cat.
Come with me, and we can test your limits.
Bree wondered what it would be like for Leah to experience the allure of Reitzar's sadistic dominance. Surely Leah must wonder about the magic he possessed that still had a hold over Miss Clark. Although I'm curious, she began. Reitzar bit down on her shoulder lightly. I can't, she gasped.
But you can,
he insisted. Leah looked to Bree for help, but closed her eyes in ecstasy when he bit down on her other shoulder.
Come, Miss Taylor. Let's play.
Leah leaned over and whispered to Bree, Please, don't say anything, before following Reitzar out of the room as if under a spell. Bree was stunned. Leah and Reitzar? She shook her head, not wanting to think about the possible consequences of such a union. Mary came up behind her. Did I really just see that? You didn't see anything, Bree asserted. I most certainly did, Mary smiled to herself. Way to go, Leah.
Keep it to yourself. Don't even tell Todd. Leah doesn't need Miss Clark finding out.
Mary folded her arms. I'm not about to rat her out, but you, Miss Goody-Two-Shoes, I wonder if you'll be able to keep it to yourself when you see the dame again. Wanting to change the subject, Bree asked her, When are you heading back? Tonight. Wow, that's a quick turnaround. Bree spontaneously gave Mary a hug, understanding the sacrifice she'd made in doing such a quick trip. Mary accepted the physical contact, but responded in typical blonde nemesis fashion. Anything for you, stinky cheese. Well, actually, no. I would not do anything for you, bitch. I reserve that only for Phelan. Bree shook her head. Always the charmer. Mary shrugged. No reason to flatter you. We're already friends. You sure about that? Bree teased. Better get the rest of your goodbyes over with, woman. Looks like your husband is anxious to go. Bree's heart skipped a beat, hearing Mary call him her husband. She looked over to Sir and caught him glancing at her while having an intimate conversation with Marquise. She turned back to Mary and hugged her one last time. Even though you totally lack social skills, I'm so glad we're friends. Safe travels. You too, bitch. Enjoy your vanilla honeymoon. Bree smiled demurely. I doubt very much anything associated with Sir will be vanilla. Mary shook her head. Still can't believe he agreed to marry you. Most shocking thing I've ever seen. Jealous? Not one stinking bit. Marriage is the death of relationships. The clock is already ticking. I give you a year, 2 years tops. Bree frowned. I take it back. I'm not glad we're friends. Mary shrugged. Truth hurts, baby, but I'm too much of a friend to lie to your face. Please give Mr. Wallace an extra hug from me when you see him tomorrow. I don't think he has any idea what he's gotten himself into by collaring you. Mary only laughed as she headed over to Captain and Candy's table. Bree sighed in exasperation, but her resentment quickly died when she walked over to join Sir. Are you almost ready, baby girl? He asked, putting his hand around her waist possessively. I am. She looked up at Sir, bursting with love for the man. Celestia gave Bree a quick squeeze. Yesterday was magical, from the ceremony and the reception to the luxurious accommodations. Everything has been something to cherish and remember, truly a blessing to be a part of this important moment in your life. You are so sweet to say that, Bree replied, thinking back on Mary's unkind assessment and shaking her head in amusement. Marquise stated, There is something sacred about making vows before God with friends and family present. Marquise looked at Sir. Even when you are still unsure of his existence. Sir nodded. I'll concede there may be a God, Gray. However, I would honor my vows regardless. As would I, Bree agreed. Still, I cherish the vows we said to each other, as well as what you added, Marquise. It was perfect. I couldn't be happier. Celestia bowed to Marquise. I was so deeply moved by your wise words, Master. It is an honor to be your collared submissive. Marquise gave a rare smile as he took his sub's hand and kissed it. The honor is mine, Celestia. The romance between them was moving, and reminded Bree of the night when the two had come to her aid at the coloring ceremony. They were a powerful couple who had a tremendous influence over the community. Gray, thank you again for officiating the wedding. Marquise stared intensely into Sir's eyes before replying,
I know it was difficult for you to ask. You and I do not have an easy history, but the esteem I hold for you is real and continues to grow.
Marquise looked at Bree, his gaze becoming tender.
It is rare to find a couple so well matched. I doubted it once, but I can see now I was wrong.
Sir immediately corrected him.
You were not wrong, and were justified in calling me out on several occasions. It acted as an unwanted but needed motivator. It is my nature to demand people live up to their potential.
Not an easy thing to do, but I'm glad you continually challenge me, Celestia said, looking at Marquise with pride. He kissed her on the forehead.
Your grace under pressure is inspiring, my sub. It takes an exceptional woman to partner with someone as uncompromising as me.
Bree piped in, Yes, because you are all kinds of scary intensity. He gave Bree the barest of smiles.
My gift to the world.
Sir squeezed Bree, letting her know it was time to go.
We will talk again, Gray, once we return home. Sounds good, Sir Davis.
Safe flight, Bree called out as Sir escorted her toward the door. Marquise nodded as Celestia waved goodbye.
Oh my gosh! I could not believe when I wrote that scene with Reitzar and Leah. It was so sexy hot, but what's gonna happen now? Ay, 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 I do not think that Mistress Clark is gonna be very happy about that. Seriously, my jaw dropped when I wrote it. Whoa. And then, of course, we have Mary. Isn't she such a piece of work? Ay, 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 I don't know what's going on with that girl. But I love the scene with Marquise Gray and Celestia. They're such an amazing couple. Ah, I love those guys. So that was your taste of Enchant Me, which is coming out October 3rd. You can find it ebook, paperback, and audiobook, narrated by the amazing Peppa Jane, available October 3rd, which is almost here, you guys. I can't wait to hear what you think. And as always, you can find me at Red Phoenix 69. That's on Twitter, Facebook, and my website. I hope you guys have an incredible day, and we'll be talking soon. Bye.
Stay with me.